According to Matthew 6 and 9, the prayer is a formula. And what Yah is speaking is that he said in Deuteronomy, in Leviticus, um, let me see. He said in Leviticus 10 and 3, he said, I will be sanctified. I will be separated, dedicated, consecrated, pure, and clean inside of them that draw nigh to me. And so when we draw nigh to Yah, we have to be careful of what we are speaking out of our mouth. Because remember, in that same chapter, Abihu and Nadab, they offer strange fire to Yah. And that strange fire is likened unto leaven and honey coming out of the same mouth. Because remember, he said in his word, he said, they will fall at the borders of Israel. Israel, the borders is our mouth, our lips, our tongue, and what's coming up out of from our heart, that's coming, drawn forth out of our mouth. And what's supposed to be coming out is Israel. Israel is the definition for Israel is one who walks, or Yasha'ah, one who walks straight with the power. So that straight means he has clean hands, clean feet, a pure heart, and a purified tongue, purified speech, a purified lip, which speaks straightness, correctness, which speaks righteousness, justice, and salvation and judgment. And so Yah said it even in his word. He said those who turn their eyes away from hearing the law. Somewhere in Proverbs, he said those who turn their ears away from hearing the law, even their prayers will be an abomination to him. And so the one who turns away his eyes, or did he say ears? One of the two. It means that one who's turned away his heart and mind and not diligently following the law, statutes, commandments, precepts, orders, and instructions of Yahweh, which he told us in Deuteronomy 6 and 9. Hear, Shema, O Israel, Yahweh our power, Yahweh is one. And you shall love Yahweh your power with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your strength. And these words I'm commanding you today shall be in your heart, and you shall diligently teach them to your children. And you shall speak of them when you're walking by the way, and when you're walking by the way, and when you're lying down, and you're rising up, and then you're lying down, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the gates of your house. Let me read it. Deuteronomy 6, Deuteronomy 6, 4 through 9. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our power, Yahweh is one. And you shall love Yahweh your power with all your heart, with all your being, and with all your might. And these words which I am commanding you today shall be in your heart, and you shall impress them upon your children, and shall speak of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. And so when we do that, we are continually in remembrance, a perpetual remembrance of the 7 pillars of wisdom that's supposed to be in our heart, and we are walking it out, because what our hands do is what our feet do is also what our hands do. It's also what our heart do. It's also what we speak forth out of our mouth, what our mind do. And so in order to even pray to Yah, we have to have on, he said, I will be consecrated in them that draw near to me. We are not supposed to be setting up a strange fire of hypocrisy, a strange fire of the leaven, the doctrine, the instructions, and things we have been taught by the Pharisees and Sadducees coming up out of our mouth, coming up from our heart and coming up out of our mouth. We are not supposed to be bringing forth the teachings of the leaven of Herod. We are not supposed to be bringing forth wickedness out of our mouth coupled with wisdom, because Yah said in his word, a little bit of foolishness outweighs wisdom, esteem. And so this is just a reminder for me and for me to remember, that in order for our prayers to be heard from Yah, we have to be separated, dedicated, and consecrated in Him. We have to be, because his kabod, his weight, his esteem, his name, his character, his essence, his image, his authority is supposed to be residing in us, which is Hamashiach, the anointed, Yahushua Hamashiach, which is Yahushua, the anointed, the Ruach HaKodesh, the esteemed and sacred breath. And we are supposed to be clean even when we send up prayers, so that our prayers will not be an abomination and we will not be despised. He said we will fall. A lot of us will fall at the borders of Israel. And everyone thinking that these borders is outside, but the borders is our body. It is our mouth. The borders is our mouth. The edge, the borders is our mouth. And what we are speaking, praise Yah. We are to keep the feast of unleavened bread with sincerity and truth.